Have you ever felt so good or so hyper that you got into trouble? Have you ever been so energetic that people noticed you weren't acting like yourself? Have you ever been so irritable that you started a fight or shouted at someone for no reason? Or maybe you've had thoughts racing through your head so quickly that you just couldn't slow them down. If you answered yes to any of those questions and experienced those symptoms for a long period of time, you may be diagnosed with bipolar disorder. My name is Erica Causey, and today I'll talk to you a little bit about bipolar disorder. A journal entry from Robert Lee Hayes says bipolar disorder affects approximately 3 to 5% of adults in the United States. Bipolar disorder is the sixth leading cause of death and disability in the world and results in about a 9.2 reduction of years in expected lifespan. Lifetime rates for completed suicide are 60 times higher than that for the general population. In the next few minutes, I will share with you the background, causes, symptoms, and possible treatments for bipolar disorder. According to author Stephen Strakowski, bipolar disorder is a condition that can be dated as far back as ancient times. There has been descriptions of bipolar disorder in the Bible 3,000 years ago. In the Bible, bipolar disorder was described as people being possessed by evil spirits. Then it was described as a medical term of extra yellow or excess black bile. Bipolar disorder was formerly known as manic depression. In 1957, Leonard coined the term bipolar disorder to describe individuals experiencing episodes of mania and depression. Bi meaning two, polar meaning opposite poles, the highs and the lows. Today, bipolar disorder is known as a condition in which individuals experience manic episodes lasting up to 7 days. There are many types of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder 1, which is described as clear mania. Bipolar disorder 2, described as mood shifts, elevated mood change. And then cyclothymic disorder, described as mood shifts that do not qualify for a diagnosis of hypomania and other manifestations, which is unspecified or other specified. In this article, I will mainly only be discussing bipolar disorder 1 and 2. Bipolar disorder is known as a familial disease. It can be passed down from your parents or grandparents. It is equally present in men and women and is found all across cultures and ethnicity groups, says author Jean Plunkett. A few causes from the brain are traumatic brain injury, damage to the brain caused by a blow, bump, or jolt to the head, cerebrovascular disease, which is like a lack of blood flow to the brain, and brain tumors, which are cancerous or non-cancerous, just abnormal masses. Other symptoms include intoxication or drug withdrawals, hyperthyroidism, the production of too much thyroxine hormone, CNS infection, when the central nervous system is infected with viruses, and finally epilepsy. Huntington's disease and dementia can all lead to bipolar disorder. In people with bipolar disorder, they want to be able to identify the common warning signs, which includes lower self-esteem, social isolation, a drop in academic or job performance, problems with memory or attention, feeling fatigue, enjoying activities less, worrying more, talking less than usual, neglecting important activities, and apathy or feeling indifferent. I have a sister who has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She'll go through seasons, basically. One day she's cool. I'm not even going to say day. I'm going to say like for about a week, she's good. And then next thing you know, she blows up, she disappears, she quits her job, and she just isolates herself from everyone for about like a week or two. Then she comes back as if nothing ever happened and she's normal again. Moving on to what bipolar disorder is all about, the symptoms. The main symptom of bipolar disorder is mania. Many people believe mania only involves raging, but it can also be feelings of happiness or euphoria. People with the manic episode can only be diagnosed if they have 3 or more other bipolar symptoms, such as exaggerated self-esteem or feeling all-powerful. They may feel like they're superior to others, like God put them on earth to accomplish a special mission. Less need for sleep, People feel rested after a few hours of sleep or no sleep at all. Like I mentioned before, racing thoughts or easily distracted. Being more social at work or less social than usual. Having limitless energy, speeded up activities with frantic feelings, and starting projects with no completion. Poor judgment, not able to really control how you act or taking part in risky activities without considering perilous consequences, and hypersexuality. Hypomania is a less severe than mania. People feel euphoric and have a lot of energy, but not too much to cause trouble. A mixed state is a combination of manic and depressive symptoms. Mixed states are hard to catch and can be both dangerous and painful for the patient. Depression can come out of thin air and have to last about 2 weeks. Depression can be accompanied by loss of interest in your favorite activities, sudden weight loss, or weight gain. Sleeping trouble, agitation, slowed movement or speech, and loss of energy. When depressed people feel often worthless, filled with guilt, and often contemplate suicide. So now let's talk about some recovery. What to expect on the road to recovery. Mr. Parika gives us a little insight on what to expect from recovery in his book, Bipolar Disorder, an Informational Guide. Medications known to treat bipolar disorder are lithium, anticonvulsants, atypical antipsychotics, and typical neuroleptics. Treatment for bipolar is not quick or easy. It takes dedication and hard work. Natural treatments involve therapy and stress management. Keep a diary or journal. Know your stressors and practice ways to cope when you feel an episode coming on. This